maps being on this round of 16 stage, and the matches we will be seeing throughout the rest of this broadcast will be round of 16, and for that reason Burial Chamber will always be the first map that we see get picked. But I do believe, I think I just saw a Visor. This is one of the first times we've seen Visor.
That would be very cool, because Visor seems, again, like we're talking about some almost like utility champions. Visor has the speed, so he can run if he needs to. He's not the squishiest of champions in the game, but it really comes down to that piercing sight, that ability that he has, which basically gives him almost like a wall hack for a few seconds, right? He can see all the enemy opponents through walls for a few seconds. Now, in a team-based mode, and you were saying this earlier on, in a team mode, when he pops piercing sight, his entire team's going to know where they are. Because if you're in team comms, like, you know, I should assume all of these guys are, you can just call out where they are. You know, you say, okay, Anaki's going for the soul. Anaki's got the soul. He's running X way. And your entire team now knows about it. You know, all you have to do is tell your team what you see, and they'll know where the enemy team is. And I assume we'll see that put to good use here.
But while we get this match loaded up, I mean, the talent on both of these teams is unbelievable. On the side of Avengers, you know, with Kilson, you know, I mean, need I say more on that one? But then, obviously, on the flip side, Asterios with Base and Inns. I mean, Inns we're going to actually see tomorrow facing off against Cypher in the 1v1 playoff for Sunday. So it's safe to assume that everyone on these teams knows a thing or two about getting frags. And in Sacrifice, that's unbelievably important. I mean, we've seen throughout the course of this stream just how fast this game mode can be. Even when it goes on for quite a while, the rate of which the fights happen.
There is an insane amount of fighting, an insane amount of fragging, and just general moving around all over the place. Like, it is quite hectic, I think is the best word for it.
So, as we can see, Mastermind is the designated Anarchy. And Anarchy, on Burial Chamber in particular, he can navigate from one obelisk to another so unbelievably quickly. Have a real look and see what we have in store for this match. Mastermind does manage to frag Base as well, but already Nyx, Anarchy, these champions are expecting, and this time actually Anarchy on both teams, I believe.
I think so, I'm not quite sure yet, but then there's that Nyx and Anarchy, at least on one of them. Avengers running that Anarchy-Nyx pair we've seen so far. I mean, it's so aggressive and so hard to pin down. I actually saw Anarchy's particularly used really well on Burial Chamber last time as well.
But again, Obelisk A, you know, this is a point that I think teams have heavily preferred taking. We definitely saw that in our last series between Sandals and Dreams of Magic. But I think there's a lot of open space in this Obelisk. You sort of see the ability to defend from up high and sort of pepper down fire on people trying to sort of enter the room. It just seems a little bit easier to do on this Obelisk compared to B.
There you go, Base with that LG kill though, just trying to, I mean, already Avengers, a minute into this, 25% captured. They managed to steal the spawn though, trying to get out, and Anarchy has it, and he is out of there. Oh, he's actually being protected by his team, and that should be no Mastermind instantly there with the super shocker to shut him down.
However, going in for the injection, trying to stay alive for just that little bit longer, but just the rails. Rails on this map, you just see so many of them on Burial Chamber, but Phoenix does manage to actually snag that soul, try and bring it back, but Anarchy trying to head him off. It's going to be a 2 versus 1 though right now until the rest of the team follow up. Once again, as you can see, we've seen Sorlag on this point is really effective as well, because the spread of which you can go for the venom, also the breath on the floor. You can deny so much of the obelisk before they take anything.
Indeed, and once again doing so much damage here, just trying to get the soul, they have it. And he passes it to Anarchy, has the enhanced mobility, goes through the heavy armor as well on the way, and a rocket launcher, wow! Well, Pekka is just stocking himself up, ready for this.
Oh, gets headed off by the LG though. Abzo ready and waiting. Base manages to tag it as well, though he has got access to the quad. So defending with the quad is probably going to give you a little bit of free percentage. We've seen how good these guys are with Rails. Base in particular. Speaking of which, speak of the devil.
Mastermind absolutely shuts him down. He's going to grab the soul, looks like he is.
Oh, actually missed a couple of rails.
Yeah, Nyx has it. He's going to be protecting him with this quad damage. Kilson trying to get away now. Oh, he falls down. Literally.
No pun intended,
Goodbye.
I suppose. Okay, so I actually did see Blazkowicz on this team comp as well. One of the first times I've actually seen Blazkowicz sort of picked recently.
There we go, just as fast as we can say that. Mastermind is able to get the soul back for Avengers, pops the injection, keeps himself topped up.
And even though Asterios actually did a really good job of sort of keeping the soul out of action for a while, they didn't really manage to keep it controlled for on their actual obelisk. It was just out of action, not scoring any points. And because of that, Avengers' lead is pretty, you know, it's significant. I mean, that is a big deal, over 55% now. Asterios sitting on just under 10. That's not great for them so far. Again, Base sort of sitting on the point himself, trying to sort of avoid the acid. Does put a foot into it, and Phoenix with that rail, sort of combine the damage. But look, as you can see, Anarchy, Mastermind trying to really get back in there. Double rail. Oh, once again, it's a really solid defense. They're making it very difficult for Asterios to actually push into this location.
But again, like just as we said before, if they're just trading out kill for kill here, so long as Avengers are holding on to this soul, the trades will be in their favor because they're winning the game on these trades.
Absolutely. I mean, a big part of it as well, actually, you're noticing that everyone really knows, they seem to be really aware of when Asterios is going to push. And I think a big part of that actually is the fact that we have a visor on the side of Avengers. You know, just that increased vision on a map like this, being able to see everything, it's so important.
The soul has gone through, the power-up is up too though. Looks like ends on this Blaskovitz.
Quad goes down. It's a matter of who's going to try and pick this one up. Mastermind snagging the rail, but the Russians once again have access to the quad damage.
Speaking of quad damage though, you can see just how relevant these quad rails can be. That instant one shot.
No,
he misses one and that actually got him killed. Kilson with that tri-bolt kill. You don't see those every day. Gets two actually, what am I talking about?
Ins has the dual wield and it has run out, but the quad's going to be good enough. Quad damage, super shotgun into rail, but walks straight into Mastermind, who was lying in wait. But base, they're going to trade back and forth. This quad is just trading back and forth. The hands, crazy.
Managed to get the soul again, but right now it's actually getting out with the soul alive. That's being hard for them. Yeah, I mean, the Avengers here just covering all the exits themselves, and they have all the rockets and the rails that they need to defend.
Just look at the percentage, right? 94% versus 9. The soul's down, but Avengers absolutely have the advantage in this situation, and Kilson's going to drop it off. Gets tagged by Pekka, but again, because it's still going up, you know, the meter is building. 3% left and they've lost. Asterios have a huge order now if they want to win this.
Now you can see Avengers already positioning themselves near that B obelisk. They want to catch him on the way. Oh, Visor's popped the ability to. They know exactly where he is. Did you see all of them turn around exactly at the same time? You hear Visor, see his, say his thing, and just like that.
Mastermind just flying through the air. No one even capable of catching up to him. And because of that sequence, he just flew straight in, dropped off the obelisk, and that's going to be round one. Now, what a play at the end.
Visor at the end gave that round-winning play. That was insane. You know, you heard him pop his ability. You heard him start to see through the walls. And then every single one of Avengers turns around and just zones in straight on the Soul Carrier at the same time. That was beautiful.
However, that's going to be one round up for the Avengers. Big fight taking place near rail. The important thing, I think, is really trying to get those important frags at the very beginning, so when the soul spawns, you do have the luxury of choosing where you want to go. Wow, run into Gauntlet, but Proximo with a bit too much health left.
Indeed, there we go. Pops and Spiders just trying to safely get out, but oh, destroyed. Now we can see Asterios now. Oh, this is good for them. They're going to take this obelisk first. Yes, they do. So now Asterios gets this A obelisk themselves.
In this situation, I mean, sometimes you can clearly see what side the teams prefer when they pretty much get the soul and they gun it for a very distinct one.
Indeed, but sort of situation sort of tests whether they're able to deal with both of them. You know, Avengers quite comfortably took this obelisk last time. If they actually end up having the same problem that Asterios just did, then that could actually be spell disaster for the rest of the match.
In this situation, 20% already controlled in a minute. That's a fast turnaround.
Kilson's taken out, but here we go. Avengers are really here in force, trying to take it away. They're going to get this. Yes, they do. Throws the soul away. Anarchy most likely on it. No, Visor picked it up, but he is taken out by the rail. Mastermind now holding onto the soul on Anarchy. Low on health and armor. He's trying to quickly get away, but he's going to get intercepted. Oh, wasn't seen. Maybe just give it a position where, yeah, he's actually safely getting underground. They didn't have this way covered.
I was prepared for that jump pad to be a death sentence, but unfortunately, actually, no!
Just in time, able to capture this. Oh, but Pekka, just as quickly as they can capture it, takes it away, and they're going to secure it back again.
The important thing is always going to be making sure that when that Anarchy secures the soul and he tries to run with it, just kill him as fast as possible. Because you're seeing, like, the second Anarchy collects the soul, he's consistently getting tagged by rails. Because everyone on the team is going, right, Anarchy's got it. We need to get him now, otherwise he's going to get the soul so quickly.
Mastermind, that health pickup might have just saved his life here, but is it going to matter? Yes, it does, as Phoenix gets hold of him. Kilson, unfortunately, committing suicide somewhere on the map too, but giving Avengers a little bit of time to capture this other point and hold on to it. Oh, the protection comes through, but she's taking a lot of damage.
Absolutely everyone focused that fire. Then in the end, she's going to get that free 50 back off these two power-ups. Speaking of which, though, 50 health with protection. Make that a mega health.
Oh, no! Thought she was going to get knocked off the map there, but is able to survive. You can see Base here trying to take the soul back, holding onto it now. Sneaks around behind.
He's actually taken the soul from under their noses. Oh, no, he's stuck on the ceiling. And again, he's going to try and get away. Yeah, trying to get away. I mean, you can see just how much of an impactful difference it makes to... Oh!
Wow,
Kilson lying in wait!
That was a beautiful play, but unfortunately it was in vain. Oh, no, actually, no, Phoenix is able to take it. Now, they are dead even in percentages here. This is crucial to see if he can get this next. To put him in that winning situation. That rail, that
great. That was a fantastic supportive rail just to get through, dropping it off. I'm not sure he's going to be able to really hold this off by himself. Trying, though. Inns does get taken out. Not able to defend.
You can see the bottom
alone.
Piercing sight is ready to go. And just because he pops it, they know where to defend from now. Anaki's around the corner. He's in trouble now. Oh, but no, he's got backup. And Pekka is there to take him out. Phoenix was unfortunately by himself.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
Oh, but just I could say that. The injection is popped. He wants to get the soul and run away with it.
The
speed boost, he's trying.
Yeah, that's it. It's not just going to be the fact that he gave himself full health. He gave himself a speed boost, which got him away, but the rail, like, I mean, that is just how squishy Anarchy is.
Oh, the dual wheel Blazkowicz comes through. He's trying to hold this off by himself, but he will get taken down. Phoenix, once again, ready to destroy him. And Base there again himself. Trying to take the soul back off again. This is really back and forth. But during that entire exchange, Avengers were able to top up 20% to their win tally.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, clearly point A is something that teams feel a little bit more comfortable defending. But at the same time, Avengers just looking good on both points. However, as I've said, that Proximo does manage to take that. He's trying to get away. He's got a nice amount, a little bit of overcharged armor. So he's going to do less damage to himself with that rocket jump. Getting a nice amount of speed, and just like that, delivering it back.
He's going to drop it off 20%. We've seen how quickly that can change back and forth, so maybe not quite as much of a comfortable lead as they might want.
Here comes the power-up.
Yeah, power-up is only just up, though. It's protection once again, but it's Kilson picked it up this time. But he's getting focused out by two people, doing a ton of damage by himself. Doesn't have a lot of backup immediately next to him, but they are trying to go for that soul. Tops himself up, has plenty of this protection left to go. If he can run in and get this, he'll be in a much better situation. His team is here. No, they're not. Quite behind him.
Actually, amazing use of the protection to just soak up that Blazkowicz dual wield. You very rarely see someone survive that, but protection making all the difference. Kilson going so fast, running so much momentum, and just like that, enemies are really far away too. It's going to be quite a while before they get here.
His obelisk completely unchallenged. Unfortunately, Asterios kind of dropped the ball that time. Avengers able to take it out. Oh, but Base with that clutch rail to take him down, but
he's by himself.
Avengers, we can see there's three of them here ready to defend this.
Yeah, the issue is that he's by himself, and there are so many people he's just eating the acid as well. He is not going to survive this fight, but is it going to be long enough to get the soul and throw it away? No! Taken out before he can toss it.
Now we can see there's plenty of Asterios round. They've got the soul. Do Avengers try and stop them on the way, or do they meet them at the obelisk? He's got himself a rocket launcher. Yeah, they're going in as a unit. See, Proximo has it as Ranger, all taking a lot of damage, and that will be enough. Kilson stops him.
Trying to throw it back. It is this constant back and forth game. 40% versus 61%. Kills against kills. But consistently, if someone's going to get fragged, they will throw the soul as far away as possible towards their own obelisk. Make them work to get it back.
We've already seen how hard it can be to cover small amounts of distances if there's an entire team ready to watch you. At the same time, the soul isn't anywhere, so Phoenix here, grabbing himself a super nail gun. Soul is on the floor. He's going to pick it up.
No one here to contest it. I was expecting them to lie in wait with a rail, but actually just having the rockets perhaps didn't have a rail available at Phoenix.
Using that passive to good use, though, this Visor, he does accelerate when he's moving in the same direction. He's able to clear a lot of ground quite quickly. They have to kill this. They cannot use that jump out of Anaki's around, otherwise that's a death sentence.
Absolutely not.
Oh, he
misses the rail! That was a crucial miss. It's going to let him drop the soul off. And there we go. The percentage is going to build up once again, but 10 seconds until the next power-up. I mean, it almost felt like 30 seconds ago since the last power-up spawned.
Really good use of just zoning away with those super nail shots from distance just on someone like Anarchy who's quite low. So he has all the protection though. Kilson has it though. So now, where is the soul? It's in transit.
Yeah, it's getting taken away. Sometimes people focus so much on the power-up, they forget about it. And there we go.
But now, not only do Avengers have access to the soul, they also have the power-up. But Pekka's there, able to stop him. Caught behind, Blazkowicz now holding onto it. Oh, throws it away.
The important thing was that he got the soul away before he got fragged. And again, Mastermind having to go all the way back. But again, Asterios lying in wait. 2 HP. He cannot get breathed on. But one shot of the heavy machine gun will do just the job.
Spigo's taking a lot of damage from this LG, and Abso stops him from getting away. They've got a Sorlag very healthy, but getting LG down himself, runs away, drops the soul in case he dies. Very close to capturing it. Yes, he does. He doesn't even die yet. Yeah, he does now, but important thing was he put it back onto the obelisk first.
80% already. Oh, make that 79. Actually, that 1% may make all the difference. This is a close game. Very difficult to call at this stage.
Avengers really making him work for this so far. Abso gets it, throws the soul back, makes him sort of cover that distance once again, and they are just trading frag for frag at the moment.
Pekka gets 2 frags, denying Abso the sort of mega health, trying to take it. Nice awareness, and Pekka bringing it all the way back. Now, if they can hold off for a good amount of time, I mean, the exchange has been so significant, but the percentage has not been building a huge amount.
No, Twitch, because they can't hold it for long enough. As soon as they put it on, Asterios was able to get it back. But Rise, I can say that Avengers here in force trying to defend it, but they are going down one at a time. Oh, but no, he gets himself taken down, trying to get the soul back off.
I mean, it's literally constant trades. It's been constant frag trades for the past 5 minutes.
However, they're giving it to Mastermind, giving it to Anarchy, give him that mobility, let him get there fast. There's that rocket jump, he tries to go through, but no, Proximo meets him in the air, pulls him out. Super shotgun.
Proximo actually getting 3 frags in a row with that super shotgun before getting taken out himself. Phoenix trying to survive, gets that clutch rail on ins. Can he close in enough space to drop it off? He does indeed.
And there's no one in Asterios to stop it just yet. This could be a little bit of guaranteed percentage because they're really fighting for this frag. They really wanted to go for that power up. Yeah, it's quad damage as well. Asterios can get this. They're going in for the kill with quad damage.
Well, I mean, Phoenix, he's got access to his piercing sight. Abzo takes out 2 rails and he denies the quad damage. That could have been the most pivotal sequence of this entire round.
Well, not only taking out 2 quad damage owning targets, taking it for himself, putting it back on the obelisk. I think Abzo might have just won the match for his team.
Ins, though, does get a couple of frags before getting taken out himself, though. But again, just look at that 1 more percent. I think that's game over. And there we go.
That's going to be Abso absolutely just saving his team, taking the match by the reins at the end there. And that double denial of the quad damage into picking it up himself and then defending his own point, that was perfect team play.
I mean, it was the final moment, right? I mean, that was the moment that basically just established that that game was going to go on the side of Avengers. He just saw them, pretty much acknowledged the fact that they had the quad, but denied the fact that the quad couldn't take the point. But it was not just 1 rail as well, it was 2. And then he took the quad for himself and then used that quad to hold the point for like the last remaining, like, what, 7-8%?
I find that that's probably one of the most important cycles of the power-up of any of them, is that final one when it's sort of like just nearing the percentage sort of capping out. As you've got to sort of scramble to stop them from getting the last sort of 5 or so percent as the power-up comes up, you have to make that decision as a team. Do we let the percentage climb a bit and make it even harder to get that sort of that 1% away, or do we just go for the power-up and then make sure we secure that and then go in together? Because that is what Asterios tried doing that game. They literally ignored the obelisk for the last few seconds, just rushed that power-up, got it, and the only reason they didn't get that push was because of those double rails at the end to steal it from them.
If Abzo didn't get the rails at the end, if he missed those rails, those 2 players would have still been alive.
They could have taken it. They would have just killed him, they would have just gone in, taken the soul, and it would have been really hard to stop them on the way back.
Yeah, but I mean, it's almost like, it's when you talk about the decision of, at the final moment, it's almost like one of the main areas of which you as a team kind of need to make a choice. What do we do? You know, do we go for the point, or do we ignore it and then get the power up first? Clearly that was their decision. It just didn't work out because Abzo just pulled out that clutch rail at the very end. Now, 1 map down, potentially 2 more to go, but also potentially 1 more to go, because this is our round of 16. This is the deciding match. If it's a 2-0 victory and Avengers move on, they will be seen again tomorrow playing more Sacrifice. And on the flip side, you know, they have another chance to stay alive in the tournament. And now on the flip side of this, Asterios can choose the map, and they've chosen Lockbox.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a deja vu from last time, and I was going to say, last time we saw Anarchy on both teams, no Scalebearer. So we went from seeing Scalebearer on every team regardless to neither team ran him at all. Do you think that could be a burial chamber thing? Considering it's quite hard, not say hard for him to navigate around, but it's not quite as easy for him to run from point A to point B.
There's a lot of like really little sudden twists.
There's a lot
of
stuff to get in the way of his charge. Do you think that almost in a sense makes him not quite as popular on burial chamber specifically? Because we saw him in every map, but that one we didn't.
Well, I think it really depends, because
and now we've seen him again.
You could be right in the fact there's lots of stuff on the map on Buried Chamber that, even though it seems like quite an out in the open map, there are lots of little things that get in the way of the charge. But also seeing the rise of Sorlag on Burial Chamber, because Sorlag across both capture points, when it comes to actually taking the obelisk in that location, you know, it's there's so much space of which Sorlag can just spray the floor in the acid. And even more prominent, I think, on point B, when it's kind of like, you know, the pillars and the small environment. So Sorlag seems particularly useful there. However, Sorlag in general, I think, is useful too. So I guess it comes down to, you want beef, but what utility do you want on top of that sort of extra health pool?
I suppose so, but we have to wait and see what the final 4 is for each team. Obviously, we don't get to see the last one before we go into the game itself. But Blazkowicz, was there last time from Asterios. Didn't seem to make too much of a difference by himself in that situation, but I think that was mainly because Avengers was just playing so well. Like, Visor was game-changing, Anarchy's speed was game-changing, Sorlag was doing so much work, and Nyx, you just can't go wrong with Nyx whatsoever. I think it's just Avengers had a really complete team in that match, and now it's up to Asterios to show that they can do the same thing now in the second map on Lockbox.
Right, so we did see Sandals, the Finnish squad, select Lockbox earlier in this tournament, and it was picked to great success. The team was clearly ready for this map, even though it is a bit newer than others. They were ready for it to go, trying to pop the injection, but it's not going to be enough. Ins gets taken out by Mastermind, and a very explosive start already. And you can clearly see, we did see, even though Abner got taken out, he was going for Obelisk B. Again, Mastermind trying to make the run, but again, fragged by Base.
Now here we go, that scramble to getting that Obelisk. He goes straight for that B, but Avengers are here ready to stop them. Lose it themselves though, so now Avengers forced to defend the other Obelisk instead, but they are going to get the soul off this one, I think. They did get enough kills.
Absolutely getting that very impressive double kill.
Oh, that rocket.
It's trying to actually, really make that run as fast as possible. Has safely exited the base location, but can't quite get away from that mid-distance. Kilson gets tagged as well. The chase is on all the sides. Base manages to get away with the soul. Now, all he has to do is bring it back. There's not a huge amount of people nearby that can prevent him from doing it, with the exception of Abzo, who is looking at him. However, he's surrounded by enemies. The rest of his team still having to arrive.
And he walks now here. Abso goes down. Nice rail just to snuff that out. But Avengers able to take the soul, and it's Anarchy missed the rail. Anarchy gonna get away for free. Look at the speed.
He is so fast. He is so quickly managing to get it towards the Obelisk A.
So 3 of his teammates go down on the way. He is dropping himself. Yes, he gets killed just before he drops it off. Acid going through it, but again, the team is here. Kilson does knock him down. So Kilson has it on himself, still on that Nyx. Oh, and he is waiting for him.
Bear in mind, this map was selected by Asterios. Having lost the last map, they didn't have the choice of what they wanted to play next. Abzo getting completely swarmed. However, still alive barely. Even at this health, if he can get a couple of rails before he takes damage, that is still going to be so crucial. However, power-up spawns, it's going to be quad damage. Base has it.
Have it as well, though. You have to be really careful. Because a Nyx with quad damage, who's really just trying to get that soul, can be a lethal weapon. But Avengers getting quite a lot of percentage now. They're getting some time to come up together. So not only quad damage, but also the mega health on the side of Base. Avengers here ready to defend this point, already fighting. And here we go, the quad damage rockets come through. Oh, but taken down immediately.
Only manages to get one frag on the side of that, so it's not going to be super pivotal. Abso snipes as well, and again, securing the quad for himself.
Abso just has a problem with opponents with quad damage. He just rails quad damage opponents all day, non-stop.
Clearly, it's very important decision-making too. Like, he eliminates the threat before it becomes a problem, and because of that, Avengers have now taken the lead, over double the lead at this point.
It actually happened again. We saw Asterios put so much value into securing that quad damage, and Abso, that one man, just stopping them from doing it, you know? So it gave them the soul. They're holding onto it now, 35% and counting, all because he just destroyed the quad damage wielder twice in a row, 2 games back-to-back.
Trying to prevent the soul again, but the rails from Abso this time have been so on point. As I said, that maybe commentator's curse, missing a couple, but the important thing is that Abso actually still has access to the acid breath.
Oh, wow. Unfortunately, just the nails just weren't connecting in that situation, but Phoenix is going to take her out anyway. Phoenix getting himself a double, one with nail, one with super shotgun.
Well, as we can see, Phoenix just used the piercing sight, so no wonder he knew where the guys were. Proximo getting the dire orb frag as well. Not quite a telefrag.
So the soul still on the point though for Avengers. The Obelisk is still ticking up. Trying to stop it, but the Ghost Wall comes out. The soul is gone. Base has it. Trying to run away with Nyx. Very low.
Yeah, has not got a lot of health to try and make that run. He did manage to establish distance. Proximo following up, but once again, he himself doesn't have the largest amount of health in the world. Being chased once again. 13 seconds until that power-up's going to spawn. So if Avengers can get that, then, I mean, if it's protection on the size of a giant tanky champion, you're willing to almost see a free take. They have become so useful.
And he took the soul. Oh, and Proximo is waiting for him on the side of the teleport.
It's going to be protection. Kilson has it on hand. Plenty of health left to work with. Normally wouldn't be, but the protection's going to make it super useful for him.
Oh, the rail is missing. Kilson trying to get hold of the soul, just trying to get it off the bottom. Anarchy and Nyx together. Who do you go from the situation? Both are going to be going for it.
Kilson doesn't even need to try and take a frag. He just needs to use his damage reduction to go in there, take it away. Manages to land an important rail, though. That's going to do big damage. But look at how many members of Asterios are lying in wait for him. They're going to ambush. And at this point, the protection does run out.
I actually think Avengers have just been playing around these power-ups so much better in this set. even if the opponents have it, they play around it so well, but when they get hold of it, it is game-changing. Rockets coming through, Proximo goes down, and Kilston with this rocket rampage, doing so good to defend this obelisk.
Pekka does manage to take him out eventually though, but you just look at how much percent is going down at the stage and how many members of Avengers are waiting for him.
Oh, that distance. Mastermind has the soul once again, drops it off, and Avengers now 77% and climbing.
Oh,
gets a
nice
combo kill, rocket into rail, that's the standard.
We don't just see those in duels, evidently.
Oh, of course not. We can see just how many of Avengers are here around defending this obelisk. And Asterios now trying to contest it, but I just don't know. They're not here together in force the way Avengers are.
It's just the complete level of control they have. Bear in mind, Mastermind has got access to injection, as I said, that permanently increasing his max health to over 80. This is important. Now this means that he's going to be able to tank a regular rail and survive, even if he hasn't got armor.
Oh, there's the rockets coming through. One of them is a direct. Pekka goes down, and there's the follow-up. He misses the rail, but his teammates are still here. Abso once again defending through thick and thin, and Visor here once again too. Avengers just playing like a complete unit and comfortably taking this first round, taking itself to match point.
Not quite, actually.
Oh, wait, no! There's 1% left. I thought that was it.
Almost. Very almost. However, Asterios could still make this comeback.
Are they going to do it, though? I mean, that's 99%. That's 1% left of error to go.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was ready to call this one as well. However, I do believe that would have been protection spawn. Who got the protection?
I'm not sure, but this Anarchy is very low. His team, Phoenix, there. How many there? Okay, so Nyx has protection. Question is whose team? Kilson's got it again. Kilson, and he's got the soul. They're going to have to throw everything they can at him to stop him from getting away. He's missing these rockets very so slightly. Oh, Proximo goes down.
Gets
and
a
he
double.
takes 2 of them out.
Pekka does manage to finish the job, though. So he's not going to quite get away. Mastermind. Uh-oh. Anarchy with protection.
Oh, no, he missed the jump. He's going down the drain. Oh, straight into 2 of them.
So many people waiting for him, but he's tanking so much, but not enough. The Russians managed to take it back. Can this EU squad get that final percentage they need?
That was so close, though. Just because he accidentally slipped down the middle, that could have been game, but step a little foot out of line. And Abso's going to take him out. Abso, being the savior, takes the soul. As the rocket jump goes straight over. Tops himself up on the way. Rocket jump trying to get through that. Oh, the lightning gun wasn't quite enough.
He gets base at the last minute, and he has the rest of his team to follow up. 2 health items as well. All he has to do is hold it off for a split second, and it's going to be the round.
And there we go. It is enough. Abso, the savior, once again. This guy, this clutch is I say clutch factor. I know he's not playing clutch. His clutch factor
we're here again.
has been amazing this entire set.
He's just been keeping it together, man. He's been doing such a good job, and just like that, Avengers are on match point. If they win this round, they are going to move on to the playoffs tomorrow, and they're going to get that first shot at maybe making the regionals to perhaps qualify for QuakeCon later on.
Maybe, but we are going to wait and see as this next and potentially final round is beginning. The Soul is spawning soon. Asterios have a bit of an uphill battle ahead of them.
They've got a tall order, that's for sure. However, many seasoned players on both teams, and Asterios, they have some real talent on their side, so definitely can't count out any of these players.
Oh, definitely not, but the thing is, this is the map they picked, and Avengers were still able to take that first round.
However, the obelisks have been switched up this time. Asterios are the ones that managed to take A, and I mean, A, we have mentioned before, it seems to be the obelisks that a lot of teams prefer holding. So the fact that Asterios not only managed to take it for themselves, but they took it away from the Avengers.
Now they're getting it on, so a little bit of a lead so far. Not too much of a lead, but definitely a lead nonetheless.
Again, putting up that defense.
Oh, misses Mastermind by a hair's length.
A little bit slow on the rail right there, and that 4-man assault running in with that Ghost Walk super shotgun, but Kilson cannot get the job done, and Abso getting a double rocket before getting fragged himself.
Question is, who's here left ready to... Oh, wow. Mastermind gets himself that gauntlet kill. He's trying to take this away, but that rocket's doing a good job of just keeping him off. But he got the soul. Is he going to get out? Is he going to get out safely? He is getting chased. No, he's going to go down. Proximo stops him. Throws the soul back. Pekka's going to try and put this back on again. Oh, and he gets taken out. Kilson is there ready to go, but he also dies himself.
This is another one of those chaotic, hectic
and chaotic at the same time.
I actually believe or not wanted to say both words at the same time, and it just came out. Either way, 29%, but Avengers now having access to it, but snuffed immediately.
Now, that's just Asterios doing a really good job of just sort of holding off that mid-ground, but Phoenix manages to sneak his way through. Visor will prevail and drop this off, so 29% lead for Asterios right now, but Avengers going to start being able to build up some score themselves.
Bear in mind, Phoenix actually has got access to his piercing sight, so he's now going to be able to really see who has the power-up. However, they do manage to get the quad damage, and that's going to be a really good tool to take this soul back.
Scale Bearer that has it too, so that is dangerous.
Uh-oh, speaking of dangerous, quad damage bull rush. Doesn't quite connect, but
well timed though, popping the bull rush right as the soul spawned on him, so he didn't have to throw it away. That was really well timed.
Here comes in. I mean, it's a safe drop-off, really. There's not much they can do to stop him when he's got that much health and quad damage ready to go.
Oh, nice rail. This came down to Asterios doing a really good job of just playing around that power-up themselves really well. And here we go. This is what Avengers were doing last time. The sort of four-man defensive sort of position on this obelisk. And right now Asterios doing straight back to Avengers what happened to them last round.
The pace of the match is very clearly dictated by, at least on Lockbox for now, I think the pace of the match is heavily decided at the very beginning when the first team managed to choose whether they get Obelisk A or not. Because Obelisk A has been such a crucial point to control for both teams. Every team we've seen on Lockbox today, this is the one everyone wants to take.
Dapso gets the soul, drops it, rebounds. He is getting chased by this nail gun, though. Has to be really careful here. There's no way he's getting away safely. Proximo stops him and takes the soul back himself.
And on the flip side, Asterios really looking comfortable now they've got this obelisk location. I have no doubt if this goes down to another round, we're going to really see them fight for this point.
Well, it seems crucial, right? You know, I mean, neither team seems very effective at sieging away from it. You know, I know Avengers they managed to get 12%, but just even that by itself wasn't quite enough.
Oh wow!
Oh my lord, Phoenix was not ready to lose that much, but wait, he shot a rocket and it connected before death.
That was the longest trade known to man.
The soul is gone, Mastermind has it, but just cannot get out safely.
Oh,
and
so
look at
many
that kill
rockets.
feed! Wow.
So many rocket frags just now, hard to keep up with. However, you just look at how consistent, just look at the ratio increase. Asterios now looking at 80%. Quad damage, Kilson does manage to secure the quad. Can he get something going?
Though. He needs to heal up before he goes in for this fight, or has he even got the time to? Gets himself a frag, pops a little bit of armor on the way, heads to see him up the top. Visor pops, he knows where to go and ins with that rocket preemptively. Wonderful stuff, but quad is still sitting on the sidelines.
And actually on the flip side, Avengers opting to try and take quad damage before they take the soul away. It has actually given Asterios enough time to get it back.
Indeed, they managed to take it.
Oh,
92%. This is almost a guaranteed round. I'm not quite sure if Avengers can take this away. They have a few people here ready to go, but I don't know if it's enough.
1% more, and Asterios are going to make it 1-1.
There's that injection. Selga coming out. The soul. There we go. The obelisk is taken.
That's it. 1 round apiece.
Asterios looking a lot better. Like you said, it really seems to come down to who gets hold of that particular obelisk. Both of them, I mean, they wasted no time. They went straight there. So I think it's safe to say that that's definitely where both teams feel the most comfortable. So which also means that the first minute of this final round could be make or break.
It's definitely not a simple case of you get Obelisk A and you win. However, the results we've seen today have shown that whoever gets Obelisk A definitely has a more comfortable time. I'm assuming it's just a side that all of these teams are more comfortable with.
Asterios are here though. They're here in force. Oh no, they were waiting around and now it's here. Now they're fighting for it. Kilson gets it. They trade 2 kills for 2.
In's actually getting a double kill with that bull rush. And now he's going towards point A, but it gets taken out. However, if they get taken out really closely, Asterios, there we go. They've got Obelisk A. Now, this may have set the pace for the entire round. Avengers need to get it now. They cannot allow the same early lead that has been happening round after round to start again. Asterios trying to make it work. Mastermind getting 2 frags with that rail. Is it going to be enough to take the soul, though? That is the question. He's got it, but with 1 HP left.
He throws it to a teammate in case he dies. And he goes through. He's taking it, the 3 of them together. But there we go. Asterios is there with the gauntlet trying to stop him.
Manages to get a rocket in the end, but he does get fragged. Proximo manages to take it, but traded out once again by Avengers. But again, headed off. 2 players coming straight through to try and deny it, but this time round, with only 15% of a lead, Avengers do manage to get that soul into the obelisk.
But Avengers are going to have to do a much better job of holding on to it this time, because last time they lost the power up and then they lost it immediately, and they were never able to claim it back. You see they're almost scattered around again. Oh, left with just a tribal trying to defend, but Proximo from behind. 2 rail kills. He's going for the soul once again, and it looks like Asterios is doing a good job of getting hold of it themselves.
Ranger has the soul in hand, being headed off, but there are so many allies around him. It is not going to be easy to defend it. Trying to control up top, actually, rather than on the bottom. Can they get that final 10 damage?
He
Dropping
dropped
off.
it! You can tell he tried to throw it up the stairs, but he hit the wall. It just fell to the ground.
At this stage, though, bear in mind, Asterios are in the process of bringing it back, and now, again, they can hold it. With the power-up spawning in 5 seconds, Avengers have to get this power-up, otherwise the lead will increase.
Abso gets protection, but it goes to Abso. This is dangerous. Abso has been lethal so far, especially when he's got that tanky champion, so if he can resist, picks up the soul.
Sorlag has the protection. He's also got his ability on deck if he absolutely needs it. He is going to have to drop the soul to do it, but hang on a minute. Going straight through, trying to keep this kill streak going. He has to deliver this as fast as possible and use the rest of that protection time to defend. But no! Misses the obelisk by a hair's length, and he might get punished for this.
No, he's able to get the kill. He starts protections ticking. He has plenty of health. Let's pick up surrounding him too. He is here by himself defending there again. His team's starting to trickle in. 3 of them here, 4 of them now. This is what they need to do.
All 4 members on this location. Abso getting a little bit stacked back up. As you can see, the damage is so high. Very rarely are these tanky champions consistently sitting on max health, especially when there is so much damage coming out of both teams. But Avengers have taken the lead.
I think it really comes down to Abso, though. I mean, a lot of this game's success is riding on his shoulders. You know, he's making a lot of the plays, doing a lot of the clutch defenses single-handed. And there we go, he dies, but he lands in the acid!
Sorlag's last laugh, landing into the acid, and they trade it at the last possible second.
Oh, dear. Okay, well, looks like Avengers still holding on to though. The soul is gone, though. So Asterios grouped together. Nyx has it. That's really good for them. Throws it out to Anarchy, who's going to be a little bit faster getting it back. And I don't think they're positioned well enough to stop him. Avengers seem to have one person waiting, but no, he's nowhere near. This is probably going to be a free capture.
Yeah, they definitely tried to head him off, but no one was by the route that Pega actually decided to take. And because of that, Asterios at a chance to bring this one back. 1 HP, and he ever so slightly got his injection off. But look at how many members of Avengers are there on the obelisk. They're trying to take it. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, but they do trade out 1 frag after that.
Oh, he hits the rail, but not quite sure if it's enough damage. Pops the injection, stay alive, 2 health pickups, keeps him up. Not quite getting followed, gets away really fast, those nails aren't quite connecting.
Just look at how much Asterios have headed them off. Can't decide who he wants to take out. In does get a frag, but gets fragged himself as well. Abso seizes the soul at the last minute.
Oh, he gets taken down!
This is unbelievably close. I mean, they are just trading frags so consistently. But again, Obelisk B is currently where the soul lies, and Avengers trying to defend it and trying to get that last round. If they win this round, they will move on into tomorrow's playoffs.
Much closer this time, though. Kilson doing a lot of damage to Proximo behind. He hasn't turned around. Not quite in time. Loads of damage done by the time he actually decided to see what was going on. Kills the rail.
It's going to be very hard for Scalebearer to actually match him on the other side. The wall jump so easily navigating 1 point of that room to the other, I should say.
Also, it's good that the quad went into the way of Avengers too, so they got quite a lot of percentage there. But here look at Asterios, all 4 of them here, ready to take this away.
Look at this 4-man attack. They're going to trade 1 for 1, but again, the acid goes on the ground. The damage is going to tick down. Proximo gets Phoenix. He stays alive, but for how long?
Oh no, they're starting to get fragged out here.
Kilson goes to relocate. They didn't see him go out of his ghost mode, but they do manage to get the soul away. That's all Pekka needs to get away. Misses the rail, bounces it, misses the soul, tries to go in for the injection. That would have been amazing, but unfortunately misses it by a hair's length.
Question is, can he get away in time? Kilson goes down Phoenix. That is it. There is strength in numbers. They steal it away. That one fumbled throw might have been everything.
Proximo does manage to get a couple. All 3 go down. 1 left, but Phoenix is remaining. All he needed to do was survive long enough to drop it off, and he has managed to do it. Now, until they frag him, it's just going to continue that percentage going up higher and higher. The frags are going, but just look at how much the lead has been established here.
Problem is there's no one on Avengers there waiting to defend their own obelisk. They're all here in the middle, so that was a free capture. That's 87%. If they held on to it, that could have been the game. Base is trying to get it closer and closer. He's trying to go for Abso, but I don't think he knows he's there yet. They're just holding on for a obelisk.
He survived for so long, just long enough, but Kilson does manage to snag that soul with 13% left to take. I mean, it's looking really good for the Avengers.
They're not here. They're not here to stop him. That's going to be it.
Yeah, Kilson can get it. They're opting to go for the power-up instead. They're going for the same decision they made on Burial Chamber. Go for the power-up and then seize the point. Okay, will it work this time?
Yeah, they're guaranteed to get the power up, but they need to go in now. 5% left to go. This protection will mean nothing if they can't get the soul away.
He's only got 10 health left. It doesn't even matter too much. They do get the soul, but will it matter? 3% left.
It back. Throws it to the other side. Oh my lord, the preemptive rocket, and the protection goes in the way of Avengers 2, and they have the soul. I think that's all she wrote.
That's going to be it. Kilson has too much health, and the protection good to go. Avengers are likely to take this if they can just hold off for that last possible second, and that's all she wrote.
Oh my lord, just like that. I mean, respect to Asterios. They played really well. They made that final decision as a team. We get this power up and then go in together, and they did that, and it was so close, but ultimately the defense